Welcome to Layn Turo University. My name's Conrad Layn. I'm going to share what it's like on a day in life of a Turo host and an independent rental car fleet owner. Myself, I own 35 cars, no arrogance attendant. I'm going to show you one of my cars actually went through a claim. It was deemed a total loss, unfortunately. This is on my independent side, though. This is not for Turo, but if you're a Turo host, this is still important to watch. When you are a Turo host, or if you rent your cars independently, and your car's total loss, typically your vehicle is deemed a total loss, usually if it's not economical for the insurer or insurance company to be able to repair the vehicle. They'll actually pay you out total loss for typically what the fair market value is, minus your deductible. So let's flip this around. I'm gonna show you what this is like here. So I'm walking to the salvage yard for IAA, to be exact. You can actually purchase cars from here as well for those that are interested in getting good deals, but this is what it looks like. Unfortunately, it's a total loss. And so what happens is when your vehicle is brought here, either from Turo or as an independent rental car owner, your vehicle is damaged and it must be brought by tow truck. Typically it'll be taken to the dealership, typically not dealership, the body shop, and then after the body shop and it's been valued as a total loss and deemed, it gets picked up by IAA. So if you're a Turo host and you're going through a Turo claim, your car will be picked up from the body shop or collision center that you dropped it off at, and then from that point you must authorize pickup. If you don't authorize pickup within 3 days, you can start being billed for any additional storage fees. So you want to communicate with the body shop or collision center and Turo or your insurer in general, so that way you're not due any type of fees. So you'll see other cars here too. My car is back on that last one, but this is someone else's car. This happens all day here. All these little trucks have cars that have been through total losses. So this is actually IAA, and it's unfortunate, but it's part of business. I'm here quite a bit. Again, I have 35 cars, and again, that's not to be arrogant. I'm just saying I'm here quite a bit because since the more cars you have, the more money you can make, but the more problems you do have. And I go through quite a bit of claims. It's like breathing air for me at this point. It's part of business. It's to be expected. This is someone else's total loss. Beautiful Mercedes AMG, actually, and this is a total loss. All vehicles you see here are total loss vehicles. And that's pretty much what's going on. So you'll see all these trucks here. All these trucks pull in on a daily basis, salvage vehicles. So that's pretty much what happens when you follow a Turo claim or independent fleet owner claim, or even if you just have a car that is it's for your personal usage car. If it goes through a total loss, it typically gets picked up. It could be if it's set on fire, if it's just a car that was in a really bad accident. It could be even a car that's perfectly fine, but it's still too much of a bill, or it's not economical for the insurance company to pay. They'll still deem it a total loss. That's happened to me before in the past, and sometimes if you have a car, say you're a Turo host, an independent rental car owner, or just in general, what you can do essentially is actually get to the point where you allow the pickup of the car. Here's some more cars. See? It's IAA. So sorry about the loud noise. It's pretty loud here. But long story short, when your car is brought here to IAA, you have the option to retain ownership. So what most people do, most Turo hosts, most rental car owners, what they do essentially is they will just accept the total loss amount. You can always do that, but if you accept the total loss amount, essentially what happens is the insurance company or Turo will own the car at that point, and it's up to them to sell it at either like a salvage auction, sell it for parts. That's what most insurance companies do. They usually don't have need for the cars, so they give you the option to buy back if you want to. And for me, it only makes sense because if you have a salvage vehicle, there's a bit of a process. Per California, I don't know what state or country you're in, but typically you're D.M.V, you want to check. In California, and typically in the United States, but especially California, you have 10 days to report after your car's been taken to like an IAA or salvage yard. You have 10 days to report by law the DMV. If you don't notify the DMV within 10 days, they consider that basically a misdemeanor, and it's pretty serious. So you have to notify them. Typically, the insurance company takes care of that for you. For a Turo host, though, this is very important to note. Turo does not report. IA also does not report. So it actually becomes very ambiguous. It'll look like it's a clean title, but if you get pulled over while driving, you can be arrested for that. It can be taken as a misdemeanor. Your car can be impounded and impounded and brought to a yard. You can be tried for that. It's pretty serious. So you want to make sure any car that you want to keep for whatever reason, maybe it's a total loss vehicle, but maybe when you look at it, you could repair it a little bit and you fix it and you just drive it around. That's perfectly fine and legal, but you have to actually report it to DMV, or if your insurance company didn't do it, you have to, or if Turo doesn't do it, because they don't do it, you have to report it yourself within 10 days typically, and then at that point you get a salvage certification, a salvage title, and then you still can't drive it. It's not deemed legal to drive on public roads. So from that point, what you do have to do is you have to make sure to get it certified and checked out by an approved DMV affiliate that will verify that your vehicle is safe and it's been repaired properly to your state's municipal code. Once it passes that, you can drive it around like any other car. Now that's cool, but even when you get through that, it's very hard to find insurance companies as a business, and even personally, especially as a business. As a business, it's very hard because most corporate or commercial insurance don't cover salvage cars, because it's just the liability portion is just really ambiguous and they don't really feel comfortable with that. So it's very hard. It's possible, almost impossible though, but can be possible, very hard. So always understand, if you do keep a salvage car, it's best to keep your salvage cars for personal usage typically. Personal usage can make complete sense, and even then it's hard to find insurance. But finding insurance is a whole nother issue. So typically I don't rent cars that are salvaged because it's almost impossible for me to get insurance, and it's usually not worth it. And even if you do get it, it's super exorbitant, it's super expensive, and it's not worth the battle. So that's pretty much what's going on. So if you want to keep a salvaged vehicle and retain it, the best pivot for that, best strategy is usually if it's for personal use. That way, like if something happens to it, at least like you don't have to really worry too much about it. Renting a car out for is a no-no typically, especially in California, United States. It doesn't meet the commercial code and municipal codes that are instituted for a rental car fleet that's renting independently. Turo definitely doesn't accept salvage cars or branded titles, so you have to make sure to understand that. So if you want to drive the car yourself, because it's still a very good car to drive, it just has a salvage title, that's fine. But even finding insurance can be difficult. So in those situations, you just want to make sure to understand it. And most insurance companies only, if you do find an insurance company, which they do offer it at times, they'll typically only give you liability only. So if you get in a car accident with someone else, they'll pay that, but they're not going to pay for any type or allow you or grant you any type of full coverage or comprehensive deductibles or collision deductibles. So I just want to kind of give you that a day in life. So my car, just want to show you my car that was brought in. It's an independent rental though. It went through doesn't look that bad, but I do see the damage. I'm considering, do I want to keep it personally? Do I want to like sell it for parts? Do I want to just take the full settlement? I'm here because what you can do as a tour host or independent car owner, or even just your own personal insurance, you have the option, the right to contact the salvage yards before you accept the deal or accept the money. They'll send you a valuation of how much it costs if you want to retain ownership of it. So they'll minus whatever they can sell the car typically for salvage. For example, if the car is worth $10,000 for a market in your insurance company, independent insurance company for your business, or your personal insurance company, or Turo's going to pay you say $10,000 for a car, what they'll do is they'll say, okay, we'll pay you $10,000 for a car minus your deductible. To say it's a $250 deductible, now you receive $9,750. But if you want to retain the ownership, those will charge you $2,000, for example. Then that brings the price down. You deduct $2,000, and that gives you $7,750 pretty much. But if you don't want to keep ownership, you say, you know what, I'll just sell the car to Turo or to my personal insurance company, or just let the insurance company take care of it. They'll pay the full $10,000 minus your deductible essentially. That's pretty much it. Also, if they sometimes in this situation, there was a supplement that was done. So sometimes your Turo or your personal insurance company or your independent fleet, for those that own an independent fleet like I do, you'll get a valuation, and it might be under the amount that is needed to be repaired. So your body shop or collision center will send in a supplement, and at that point, Turo will typically pay it to you right away. They pay you directly. If that happens, that gets deducted out of the. So if you pay, say, $1,000, but it comes back that additional $9,000 was needed to make that $10,000 fair market value repair, and was deemed unnecessary, that means you have to pay that back. So they deduct that from your settlement, which is totally fine. So if you're paid any money before the settlement is approved, that comes out of the final settlement. But that's about it. Welcome to the salvage yard. Just want to give you a day in life. I've been here a lot of times. I never thought to do a video while being here, so I'm gonna walk on in. I might go inside and give you a little view if I have a chance, but my car's literally on the little stockpile. It hasn't been brought in yet, but I'm here. IA, that's it right behind me. And welcome to the channel. Like, subscribe, share. We're going to Layn to University. If I can add in a part of the video, I will. Conrad Layn. I'm here at IAA, and I have this notice right here, the salvage notes report. Once your car is going through a salvage or a total loss, your car gets picked up from the body shop or collision center and is transported by IAA, who Turo is contracted with. You get a vest if you want to come in person. You have the right. A lot of Turos don't know this. You actually call IAA, and you can also contact your Turo claims adjuster, and they can also put notes in to set up an appointment for you to walk in. And you basically come here, and they take on a tour to look at the car. They tell you wear a vest. You sign your life away on a contract saying if you get injured here, you can't sue them and hold them liable. So I mean, hopefully I don't get injured. But here's what the lot looks like to start off. There's a lot of cars here. There's a lot of land here. So I'm going to take a walk through. Just want to show you what it's like. And you have the right as a Turo host to request your Turo claims adjuster to make a request for you to get an appointment to go in person, or you can call yourself once you locate where the car is at. Your Turo claims rep can give you the number, call them, make an appointment, bring your ID or driver license or passport, and that way that you can actually go see your car to see if you want to retain ownership, if you want to keep the car after a Turo claim, where you